Now watch, see how he's pushing his right foot on his left heel? Nasty choke there. And now he reaches and he grabs that leg and he rolls back and he hooks it. And by hooking and rolling back, it creates a really nasty shin choke against the neck. And
again, we're in the leg press position. He's doing a good job of controlling his arm so that I can't pop it free, get it loose. I'm going to fake a bicep push with my foot. Normally what we do with this is we pull it straight and then sit back and finish the arm bar. But maybe he's too strong for it, or maybe I just don't feel like doing it. But I'm going to fake putting my foot in there, okay? And as soon as I get him to bite on that, I'm going to give him an avenue of escape and push that foot through, okay? As it pushes through, circle back and cup his head.
you're really trapping that head with, see the top of your foot there.
Don't just kind of put it past the back there. I want to see how my foot's flat right there. I want to literally cut the back of his foot.
Right,
my foot.
we're focusing on that, yeah.
And as soon as we get that, bring that foot, the other leg forward to support it. Reach through and get a table grip and just
Trap there. You can see how that, I'm focusing in on that shin on the inside, his left side of his carotid, and you just crank it in there. It's a nasty neck crank, okay? And a variation you might want to do too with that right foot that's there, keep that left foot in, Derek, though you had it. With your right foot, put the heel of the bottom of your foot on your heel as you crank his neck, and just that helps by pushing on your foot. It pushes it tighter. It just jams it tighter into the neck. So it's a nice variation that we've had there. Okay. All right. Okay, we're going to work on that leg press, and this time we're going to filter it through. And watch this variation, how Derek will roll into Aric's legs and take it. So what we've done, we filtered through, and we've got the choke here, as you can see it developing. Okay, so there's a nasty, and he grabs his leg and creates it to happen, and forces it to happen. So he's pushing it. So watch, he'll filter his. Now see how he's grabbing? First of all, he's grabbing. Let's start again, Derek, I was behind you. So look at his right hand, he reaches into the lapel very tightly. And this is going to be a really nasty choke against the trachea too, by the way. All right, so he's going to filter his leg through and come across and see how he traps it. Now watch, see how he's pushing his right foot on his left heel. Nasty choke there. And now he reaches and he grabs that leg and he rolls back and he hooks it. And by hooking and rolling back, it creates a really nasty shin choke against the neck. And also, not against the neck only, it's against the trachea. Yeah. So it's kind of a double trouble on the neck. Glad I'm not the guy on the bottom. Reach through there. See how you trap that? Very nasty. Push on that foot. That in itself is nasty enough. Roll back. And that rolling back creates him, pulls him up and creates it. And you can also get a nice arm lock from there. Remember, as we say, all roads lead to Juji. So there we go. Okay, here's a variation Sandy Harrelson came up with. And so we're trapping there. We got the choke, as you can see. Okay, from the leg press position, we slide through. We come across with the foot over the head. Okay, now what's going to happen is he's going to trap that. He's going to grab her near leg. Now look how he shoots his right foot back and he leans into it. And that is a very nasty choke. So reach through there, filter it through. See how he traps the head? Now he grabs, and he leans into it. A really, really nasty choke.
And then he comes up, man. It just...
it's nasty. And I'm being very nice and being...
Yeah, if you really reached in there and caught that tight...
It's not even this that much as it is the arm.
The arm and the shin.
Yep.
Can you do that on somebody who's a little taller? And we'll pick poor Aric here because what we want to see is a little longer body, how it works in a different angle. And he'll do it. You know, he was nice to Sandy, so he won't be as nice to Aric. So
I don't like Aric.
Oh no.
He's got that long hippie.
But you see how he reaches through that very tight, slides through. He comes over his arm and traps it, traps the foot under the head. And very good. Okay. Now see how he grabs there. Now he leans back and into him, and look at that nasty leg choke. Because he's trapping here at the trachea, and you can come to the top and lean over.
I do the one where you sit up on him.
And you can stand up on him and do the same thing right there. So what you're doing is really that lapel choke is really going against the trachea, straight into the trachea, and that foot is on the carotid on the inside of that neck, and as you lean into it, creates really double trouble pressure on the trachea and the carotid. And there, see how all these variations we have. So it's a great leg choke.